For 12 years, he gave this child everything: his time, his love, his name. He was a father in every way that mattered, until everything changed. This is the true story of Daniel, who raised a stranger's child for 12 years. And what he did when he found out the truth may break your heart, or restore your faith in humanity. Daniel met Sarah in college. They fell in love quickly, married 2 years after graduating, and soon started a family. When Sarah told him she was pregnant, Daniel cried tears of joy. He had always wanted to be a dad. 9 months later, Ethan was born. From the moment Daniel held him, he knew this was the happiest moment of his life. As Ethan grew, Daniel gave him everything. He worked hard, but never missed a birthday, a soccer game, or a bedtime story. He was always there, with open arms and a full heart. When Ethan turned 12, his school assigned a science project on genetics. One option was to take a fun at-home DNA test. Daniel thought it'd be a cool father-son moment. They laughed through the swabs and mailed the kit. Weeks later, the results came in: parent-child relationship not detected. Daniel was stunned. He thought it was a mistake. He ordered another test. Same result. He confronted Sarah. At first, she denied it, but then she broke down. She confessed to a one-time affair early in their marriage. She had convinced herself the baby was his. Daniel didn't scream. He didn't rage. He just walked out, sat in his car, and stared at the steering wheel. Everything he believed about his life was shaken. But as he sat there, memories flooded in. Ethan's first words, his tiny hand gripping Daniel's finger, the way he'd whisper, "I love you, Daddy," before bed. That's when Daniel realized DNA doesn't make you a father. Love does. So he made a decision. He forgave Sarah, not for her, but for Ethan. And more importantly, he chose to stay. For Ethan. He sat Ethan down and told him the truth as gently as he could. Ethan cried. Then he asked, "Does that mean you're not my real dad?" Daniel looked him in the eyes and said, "I may not be your biological dad, but I'm your real dad. I always will be." From that day on, their bond only deepened. They weren't tied by blood, but by choice, by love, and by shared memories. Daniel and Sarah eventually separated, but remained on good terms. Daniel continued to be the same devoted, loving father he had always been. Years later, Ethan wrote in his college essay, "My dad isn't my biological father, but he's the one who showed up. Every day, that's what a real dad is." Sometimes, the people who love us most aren't the ones we share DNA with, but the ones who choose to stay. Daniel's story reminds us, family is built on love, loyalty, and the quiet decision to show up, especially when it hurts. If this story touched you, like, comment, and subscribe to Life 3702 for more true stories that matter. What would you do if you were in Daniel's shoes? Tell us in the comments.